this is Carrie Vacanti with Stampiphany, a great stamping idea. This video is a video series I decided to call My Best Guess. So I was looking through the catalog and I was seeing the great samples, and I get lots of questions from my customers on how do you make this and how do you make that. And so I thought it would be a great idea to try a video series on projects from the catalog. So welcome to my first one. Let's get started. We're going to do the Fringe, Happy Birthday Fringe card. And basically what you're going to do is, it's on page 5 of the catalog. You can see it there. And what you need is a piece of Whisper White cardstock. All the sizes and supplies will be listed in the description box below. Just fold it out in half and basically start off by stamping the greeting in Watermelon Wonder. And you'll notice my stamp there is marked because I'm notorious for stamping things upside down. So I used a Sharpie marker, so I'd mark the top so I know where it was at. Especially with these beautiful scripty stamps, it's easy sometimes to get them upside down. Now I'm going to stamp my candles, and I always like to start in the middle, especially if I'm trying to center something. I just feel that it's easier to get it centered. And then I felt like it just needed one more candle, so I had to do just one more, and I felt that balanced it out really well. So now that the stamping is done, we're going to move on to the fringe. These are my fringe scissors. Now, you'll find out later, I actually cut these sheets of paper. This is our cotton paper. I cut them too large, so I realized that they were going to cover up way too much of the card, and it's not going to look like anything. It wasn't going to look close like the catalog. So when you're cutting this paper, because it is thin, you kind of want to take your time and slowly go across and use the fringe scissors that way. You can see sometimes it won't cut all the way through, so just grab your snips and then you can just finish those up and kind of get them evened up there. And so that's the Watermelon Wonder sheet. And then I had already cut the other ones ahead of time. As you'll see here, there isn't really a wrong or right side, but the snail doesn't really stick very well to this paper when I tried it. So the best thing to do, I think, is to just put it right on the cardstock itself. And here's where I discover, this fringe is a tad bit long. So I'm trying to get it to work, and in my brain I'm like, okay, I'm not happy with this. So I just ripped it off, and you can see some of the snail left on the cardstock. So I'm going to put those off to the side, and I'm going to pull out a second set here, and I'm just going to measure them on my mat. That's why I love these gridded mats. It's just so fun. So here I come back, and I took some off, and the correct sizes are published in the description below. So here I go, cutting it again with my fringe scissors. And like I said, with this cotton stuff, just take your time. There's no need to rush. Enjoy the process of making cards. That's part of what makes them so fun, is the process. So you can see I cut the other colors, and see I'm putting the snail right on the cardstock. That seemed to work better. And then I'm going to take the green, this cucumber crush, and just kind of gauge where I want that snail to go. And so that's how I'm going to stick that on there. I was afraid a little bit that the little fringes might stick in the wrong spot, so you'll see me kind of flip the paper onto my palm. That just made it easier to make sure they didn't accidentally stick down before I wanted them to. So, and then I'll just finish off with the Watermelon Wonder sheet here. This card was actually really easy to make, despite mismeasuring the first time. But I just love the look of the fringe. It's still very fun, and here I am just erasing the extra snail that was on there. Super easy. If you don't have an adhesive eraser, get one. I've had mine for years. It's like the same one, and it's lasted forever. So by all means, pick one up, order one from my store. They're just great to have. So here I'm just trimming off, making sure it's even with the card. And then I'm going to grab some white baker's twine. That's a staple in my little arsenal of paper crafting supplies, is of course some baker's twine. I love using baker's twine. And I'm just going to wrap it around a couple times and just tie a standard bow. These projects that were on page 5 on the catalog, they were actually pretty easy to make for the most part. And since they use a lot of the same supplies, you buy a pack of this, it's going to work for all of them. If you're wanting to sit down and be creative, or if you want to make kind of an ensemble for an event or something, just pick a page and just do it. It's just way fun to do all these projects. And I'll put all these projects in a playlist and put them in links down below so you have them. I hope you enjoyed this card, and feel free to check out my other ones. Thanks for watching, and have a fabulous day.